I've recently started a project involving nudity called the Human Landscape Project. And as tasteful as I think it may be, it's still an awkward subject to bring up, um, at church or family dinner or probably any time with Graham. This is the prototype I call Handle with Care, and I use a different a cutting of different stock images I found online, which worked, but I still wanted this project to be more than stock images. I wanted to control the posture and lighting. I also wanted to have the opportunity to use models that I knew or that I could get to know with a series of questions. That way I could tailor the cutaway shape to kind of reflect them personally. That was my goal. 6 models, 3 male and 3 female. Friends of mine who hopefully wouldn't mind burying their bods for the sake of a little artwork. I asked a few people. Some said yes, some said no, some said maybe, some said absolutely never. And a few nights ago, I got a text from my buddy, and it said, "I'm considering asking your sister to model topless. Do you see why we don't ask people that as grown ass men? Well, now you know. It won't happen again, right?" Okay, so I was a little bit upset, but I decided to sit back and think about it. Was I maybe taking this thing too far? Should I have just Googled for models in the poses that I wanted? Should I have paid 6 professional models to come out and pose individually? Could professional models be sisters of somebody too? I don't know. I don't know many models. But I did decide to take 1 a.m. Saturday night text seriously. So I asked my own sisters.
My first reaction is, what? And I don't think I'm necessarily alone in that. Nudity is a scary concept in mainstream America. There are, strict guidelines and portrayals of nudity in art, in public. And should there be? Honestly, no. I think it makes people afraid of their bodies. I don't like that fact. I suffer from it, I think a lot of us do. And I'm not talking purely about censorship. It's an issue of patterns of thought that could be different. That could be different if people make an effort to tastefully change them.
So the human body is beautiful. We were all created beautifully, so using it as an art form is almost redundant because it is an art form already. And I find nothing wrong with using it in art and displaying it, I think there's nothing more admirable than using the human body as a figure for art. I'd absolutely be willing to do something like that. I'd be honored to do something like that.
Is there a place for nudity in art? Should we push the limits? What are the limits? Is nudity pornography? Should we feel awkward standing naked in front of our friends or family? Do I have friends? These are all questions I ask myself on a weekly or sometimes daily basis. I guess I'm asking for your input. If you would like to make a comment, please just be thoughtful and courteous. Unless it's for comedy's sake, then you can be vulgar and hateful. It'd still be funny.